let's move into our final topic. Let's recap all of the stuff from Star Wars Celebration that was past Friday. So we had the Mando Plus panel, we had Tales of the Jedi, and we obviously had the Bad Batch thing that we talked about. So we talked about Fallen Order 2, Jedi Survivor, and
Yeah.
all of the stuff that happened Thursday last week. I made a bunch of TikTok videos. I made 9 TikTok videos breaking down
Mhm.
every single announcement. So go check
And
those out.
also, apparently, we got the announcement of Disney Plus Day this year. So,
We'll be watching it.
yes, we will be. Hopefully, it takes place on a weekend this time.
Yeah. Um. Oh, and Visions. And Visions. Vision season 2.
Yeah,
So, where do you want to start with those? Do you want to start with the Mando Plus thing?
sure, sure,
Pretty
sure.
big, man.
Mm-hmm.
Massive. We got our first look at Harrison Dula and
Yep.
Sabine Wren in
Yeah,
Ahsoka.
we got our official casting of Sabine too.
Natasha Liu, right?
Yeah,
What do you think? You're the Rebels guy here, and
I'm
this show.
excited. I'm excited. It was weird because I wonder if Natasha's gonna be talking in like her British accent. Um, I think it'd be funny if Sabine went from like not British to British. So, um, I'm still just curious who is going to play Hera. Vanessa Marshall is like the only option. Like she literally voiced Hera. So
I don't think it's going to be. I
you
think
don't think it? Why not?
it's that Elizabeth. Oh, what's her last name?
No,
You know what I'm
no,
talking about, though.
yes, but no,
I
don't
think
be
it is.
her.
I think
Vanessa
it is.
Marshall. Again, it makes no sense to me because the way that the Rebels animation was that
Oh. No. Is this me? Alex cut out. That's not great. Um, that's not good. Alex, no.
they were based off of. Oh no! Oh, I was gonna
Alex,
say,
you cut it cut out. You good?
are you good? Your screen froze.
No, yours froze on my end.
Yours froze on my end. Like you're just stuck. I could hear you, but I couldn't see you.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Maybe that was a StreamYard thing, because then everything cut out and then everything came back.
Okay, what were you saying? Go back.
It's weird to me because the way that the Rebels animators made the faces of the characters look was generally based off of how the voice actors looked.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at Kanan and look at Freddie Prinze Jr. and tell me you don't see Kanan in there. There were some that was just like, yeah, obviously again Callus was a white man voiced by a black man. But again, look at Thrawn. Like you can tell it's his voice actor. You can tell
Mm-hmm.
that's who his face was definitely based off of.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just look at a picture of Hera and look at a picture of Vanessa Marshall and tell me you don't see the two.
Right. Yeah, I get it. But in Dave we trust.
No, and Dave, we don't trust because if they recast Vanessa Marshall, I'm not going to be thrilled.
And we see Chopper.
Yeah,
Chopper.
it was
Chopper.
Chapelle. Chapelle.
Obviously Ahsoka's gonna have a really high kill count. Then the show is gonna have a lot of death with Chopper in it.
Yes, we're gonna. I better see that guy pick up a blaster and shoot
I'm
somebody.
gonna laugh so much if I see that in live action.
I want to hear. I want to hear him do the Superman thing that he did, though. That's what I want
uh,
to see.
um, and we also saw the mural.
Yeah,
So this is
very,
obviously.
very weirdly in the Rebels animation. Um, if you look at it, it's the literal mural from Star Wars Rebels,
I
and
mean, listen,
it looks green screened on.
it's only been filming for 3 weeks, so them showing any footage was
I'm
crazy.
crazy, crazy, crazy. Same with the
Uh,
Mandalorian.
well, the Mandalorian's been done. I mean, the Mandalorian's been done filming since I want to say late April
Yeah, it hasn't been long.
or April. Yeah, about late April. April that matches.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's
And it
just
looks,
like
and that's a perfect segue. Babu Frick
Babu Frick.
and a couple other
Droid,
members of his species too.
droid is ready. Now I better
Uh,
be able to hear that. Mando is ready.
I can't wait to see him and Mando's interaction. It's gonna be
I
so funny.
know. He's literally just gonna. Mando's gonna tell him, "Can you like calm down? Why are you so? Why are you so excited right now? Droid, go black, black, black."
Grogu is definitely gonna try to eat him.
Yes, he's gonna lift him off the ground. He's gonna go. Ah!
Yeah. So some interesting stuff about Mando season 3, right? We got some extended looks. We had a destroyed Imperial Star Destroyer. We saw what else did we see? Saw some more shots of Bo-Katan. Saw some more stuff on Mandalore. We saw the capital of Sundari, all destroyed.
Yep.
A space fight. Man, listen. Just from the grainy footage I saw, Mando 3 is gonna be crazy.
I know. It's crazy. Like you would think, how are they gonna top season 2? And then they do.
They're gonna do it.
It's crazy.
They're actually like I have no doubt in my mind that they will somehow top the Luke
And then
Skywalker
I know
moment.
this wasn't related to Star Wars Celebration, but then Jon Favreau announces he's in the making of the Mando season 4 script.
I don't know if I love it, man.
I know you don't want Mando season 4, but dude, I could have the Mandalorian go on forever, and I would never get bored.
I mean, I think I've said this, or actually, I've said this after a comedian who said it, but he's like, shows aren't good after season 6, so they can do 6 seasons, and then after that, they're not good.
Well, if anything, The Flash has shown that no shows are good after season 2. So maybe that's spelling bad news for the Mandalorian. It's not. It's not.
No, this show I mean, just based off of it, we get Babu Frick,
Yeah.
we get Mandalore, I mean the capital Sundari, I mean crazy, man. And then all the stuff with Persian, like that whole thing. Wow. Moff Gideon's back.
Grief Karga, no Cara Dune. Yeah. Exciting times, man. Mando, man. Picking up the pace.
The Mandoverse. I will say missed opportunity on Thrawn and Ezra casting.
I know. I heard about who they were potentially going for Ezra.
I've never heard of him. He's an Indian actor.
Never.
I think it's a missed opportunity with Mina, but in Mina Masood. But in Dave we trust, man. I trust Dave.
Same with
really
the Thrawn
trust
thing. Why is
I don't
it
think
not the guy from Rebels?
I don't think it's gonna be
Mads?
Mads Mikkelsen, yeah.
If it isn't, I riot.
If it wasn't Mads, I'd want it to be Benedict.
No. I wouldn't want it to be Benedict. I wouldn't want it to be Robert Downey Jr. There's one option.
Now let me ask. You wouldn't want it to be Benedict because he would just see Doctor Strange.
I would see Doctor Strange. I would want to, instead of hearing him talk about how he's going to dismantle the rebels from the inside, I would want to hear him talk about the multiverse or talk about the Infinity Stones.
I think he would kill it as Thrawn. Don't get me wrong. I think he'd be great.
No.
The one I don't get is Robert Downey Jr. I don't see it.
No. Literally, the only reason I could see that is because he played Tony Stark, who's smart.
Right, but Thrawn's not like quippy like that. Thrawn's just methodically brilliant.
If you look in Rebels, name me one scene with Thrawn that is comedic.
None.
There is maybe one scene that I can think about, which is when he takes the Imperial officer and he like rips his he brings him forward by his shirt and he's like, "Oh, I forgot. Not all of us appreciate art." It's like
I couldn't see Downey pulling that off.
No.
Bro, Downey's like just imagine him as Thrawn saying, "Hey, Squidward looking dude." What?
I know. Listen here, Squidward. I just
like if I saw Downey as Thrawn, I'd be like, bro, what is Iron Man doing these days?
Again, I literally could be like, if I saw Benedict, I'd be like, what in the multiverse of madness is going on here?
Where's Christine?
Where's Christine at, bro? Like, he's gonna be talking to Ahsoka and be like, "Hey, yo, multiverse Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer. Where's
Yeah, I
the
couldn't
line
see
that you
it.
love her in every universe?"
I couldn't see it, but obviously Sabine's gonna play a massive role, and it makes
Yeah,
sense, right? I
yes, and it's Sabine from the end of Rebels, so I think Ahsoka is gonna pick up right from where Rebels left off.
right, and I
Which
think right where Rebels the prologue or the prologue.
no, not the prologue.
It's not prologue, right? That's before it.
Prologue is before. That's what the
Right.
opening crawl is.
Monologue. Monologue.
No, a monologue is it is a monologue, but it's not what you think. I'm
It's
trying.
not. No, it's not. No,
Mo-
monologue is just dialogue.
Monologue is a long spurt of dialogue.
Dialogue.
Epilogue.
What? Why did I not know that?
Yeah.
Uh,
I gotta ask
I think
questions.
the epilogue of Rebels takes place after that Mandalorian episode with Ahsoka. I think I can definitely
Yes.
confirm that.
Yes. I think if we're gonna try and base the timeline down, I think it's gonna go Mando 1, Mando 2, the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and then it's going to intersect with the finale or the end part or the epilogue of Rebels' finale, and then it's going to go. So
And then wherever Skeleton Crew takes
yeah,
place around that time, right?
I think honestly, Skeleton Crew should take place probably around Mando season 2 time.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's kind of inconsequential where it takes place in the timeline. We just know it's around.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're going to introduce stuff around this 4 or this 5 year, 6 year after Return of the Jedi, you have to assume people are going to believe it's going to be connected to the Mandalorian.
Right, I think it will be. I mean, Favreau and Filoni are executive producers. I'm sure they're helping with that aspect, right?
Yes.
Watts wants to tell a story, but it'll tie in somehow. But like, I don't want to see like Mando with like 10-year-old kids. Just
No. Because you know what I honestly think? This is my bold prediction for Skeleton Crew. I think we are going to get the Mandalorian in there. And as the story progresses, I think Mando is going to induct them to become Mandalorians.
that would be
And
really interesting. My thing is I want this to. I think they could become Grogu's friends. These kids.
I think one of them is going to be force sensitive. At least one of them.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And I don't know about Jude Law's character.
He's got to be the antagonist. Jude Law's never a good guy. Like
Yeah, that
he
would.
wasn't the good guy in Captain Marvel.
But I also don't want him to. Because I feel like we begin the same trope again. Bounty hunter takes on kids. Like I don't want him to be a bounty hunter. I kind of want him to have. I don't know.
I think he's
We'll see.
bad
I am
guy.
excited about that show because John Watts.
Why do
But
good
I
girls
want to talk about
have
Tales of the Jedi
bad
because this is a
guys?
project I'm super excited for.
I have a
But it
question for
just,
you. Is it in Clone Wars animation?
I believe so.
What it
Yes,
looks like.
I believe so. But it just proves that Dave Filoni could not create a project without Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka. Again, that's why I'm telling you. Bad Batch is gonna have Ahsoka in it.
It's got to, right?
She will be everywhere. She's the Wong of Star Wars.
Yeah, she's just
And
everywhere.
like, does she?
We don't
have
even need to call it a Star Wars anymore. It's just Ahsoka.
It's the Ahsoka Cinematic Universe. The
It's
the ACU. Oh
yeah.
God. No. No.
Um.
Yeah. That's what I'm
So
thinking.
3 of the episodes, I believe it's gonna
Three.
focus on Dooku and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I'm way more excited about the Dooku stuff.
So much more excited. I'm sorry. I know I just said I want Ahsoka and Bad Batch, but I'm Ahsoka out. I want Ahsoka to wait until her show comes out to get
Now,
her
listen.
turned back in the spotlight.
The Ahsoka stuff is cool. Like I'm excited to see her childhood life.
But raising my hand here, we already saw it. We already saw the flashbacks in Clone Wars to her being becoming a Jedi through.
And that's all you
Plo-Koon.
really needed. Right?
I don't need to see her child. Now, yes, I am excited because they're going to be bringing Matt Lancer back to reprise his role as the Clone Wars Anakin to show them
And probably James Arnold
training.
Taylor, I would assume.
Yes,
with
and
Kenobi.
James Arnold Taylor. And so we're going to see them back, and I'm excited to see more training with Ahsoka. We get to see
Right.
more of their relationship building. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
But
But
I already had my whole childhood was that I watched.
I already had 7 seasons of that. Or 6.
And I'm also excited to see her get her white crystals because she fights the
Yep.
Inquisitor.
Because that was concept art. She fights an Inquisitor. with no lightsaber.
But that's in a book.
Yeah, and I have a big worry they're going to change how that fight goes down. And
Definitely.
that fight
100%.
that fight is one of my favorite book fights of all time. She doesn't really fight him. She literally grabs the saber and then blows the saber up.
Yeah, she doesn't even bring anything to the fight. It's just herself, right? Correct?
Yeah, it's just she brings just her bare hands and she literally blows the lightsaber up.
Imagine being that bad.
Literally, bro. Again, what's crazy is the Inquisitors. They're shown to us in like Kenobi and Rebels. They're these menacing figures. They'll kill anybody. But when it comes to fighting Jedi, from what we've seen, from Cal Kestis to Obi-Wan Kenobi to Ezra to Kanan
Kanan.
to Ahsoka, they are the biggest bitches ever. Like they don't stand a chance at all. Like
I think they'd have a problem if Leia was given a lightsaber, if I'm being honest with you.
especially Vivian Leia. Oh, that girl would just be like, "Oh yeah,
You want to see
run,
this?
chase me now."
Yeah.
Oh, again,
But
oh
I'm
my
way
god,
more excited for the Dooku stuff. I'm
yes.
super
So
excited for a young Qui-Gon too.
voiced by Liam Neeson, which we've had our adults voicing kids before with Kanan or Caleb Doom, and it didn't sound too good. But hey, I mean, come on,
It's also his son's gonna do some of the voice too.
yes. Also, he's gonna have a mission with Mace Windu that we're gonna see.
Correct. So we're gonna see that relationship form.
But I think this confirms one thing: if Qui-Gon or if Liam Neeson is coming back for Tales of the Jedi, he's coming back for Kenobi.
He's in it, Alex. We
Like
don't
this,
like.
this is
They don't.
beyond confirmation at this point. Like if he's
He's
coming
in
back
it.
for some one shot animated show, he's coming back for the live action.
I mean, he does the voice in Clone Wars in that Mortis arc, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna do it in some weird animated show, he's gonna do it.
Don't call it weird, because I think it's being slept on. It's gonna be good, bro.
I know. I think what was that weird is that Tales of the Jedi definitely felt like it was going to be a High Republic show. And so it looked like, oh, nobody's going to even know what's going on unless you read the books. But
Nah.
no, this is prequel stuff. Which, like, again,
Right.
if you're going to ask me, did the prequels need another animated show?
No.
But I think this is just bonus content. We're getting the Acolyte most likely next year, so.
Right. But I will say, the Dooku stuff I do find very interesting and very fascinating. To learn the story of Dooku. We don't know a lot about his fall, right? I mean, it's kind of just like when Mace talks about it, it's kind of described as almost a peaceful fall, if you were to say, like,
Yeah.
in episode 2. I know I'm trying to plug my computer in here, so I'm sorry about that. Dooku, or Mace Windu was like, oh, that's the way Dooku would try to kill Padme.
Yeah,
like,
he's a politician.
he's a politician, not a murderer.
And he look, by all rights, he's right. He didn't try to kill Padme. Palpatine sent Dooku, who sent Jango, who sent Zam, who sent a droid, who sent bugs to kill Padme.
Correct.
So he's
correct.
not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But he's not right either.
And also, most of the time, he's the Count of Sereno. That's most like what he does most of the time. I'd be really curious to see that. Obviously, I mean, we see it a little bit in the trailer. Him becoming more violent, more aggressive.
Yeah. It's also important to know that like his fall to the dark side was it was not something that was all like over time. We got to remember, in an attempt to save Qui-Gon, he uses Force lightning to kill a bunch of people.
Right.
Which again was a setup for when Rey uses it in The Rise of Skywalker.
Do you think we see that?
Yes. I think that mission with Qui-Gon is going to be the mission that we see that what he does. Hold on. I need to go see if it's raining outside right now. Because if it is, my minutes might be limited. Give me 1 second.
Okay. All right. So to continue, I think we'll get one with a Count and Qui-Gon, and then we'll get one with Count, Qui-Gon, and Mace, and we'll learn about young Mace's life, Mace and Count Dooku's relationship and how it influences the
Oh,
prequels.
it's not raining. It's storming right now. It's
Okay.
a tropical storm right now. So
Uh,
my minutes might be limited.
so and then the final Dooku episode will be him turning and him fighting Yaddle, like we see,
Yeah.
which
Or
would be very interesting.
I wonder how long these episodes are going to be. If you wanted my opinion, I would want at least 30-minute episodes.
I'm sorry, Alex. They're only like 15 to 20 minutes.
Did they
Yeah, they're
reveal
shorts.
that?
They're shorts. Yeah, they're
Oh
short.
my
I literally think this is gonna
gosh.
be a Visions type of thing where it's all released at once.
You
Yeah, I'm
know,
sorry.
you know what? This is my new least favorite or most
Oh,
least anticipated thing because you know
oh
what? It's over. What? What are you saying? Oh, about?
no, I was just like, oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's
Sorry.
Tales
Sorry.
of the Jedi is an anthology of original animated shorts.
Say how long? Because I hope they're not 15 minutes. Because I'd be so sad.
Because they showed the people the first episode and it was about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so confused by like their release cadence of if they're showing us basically finished products at Celebration, why are they not releasing earlier? Like, let me get this thing. Someone asked a question.
Do you think Baby Yoda's origin / birth might be in this because it takes place before his birth year and Yaddle's? That would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be because if you think about it, Grogu and Anakin are the same age.
Correct.
So who knows? Now I'm not on the theory that Yoda and
Got down.
Yaddled in bed. But who knows? I mean,
I
I
kind of
would.
like that he was just from Yoda's planet and he's just a
Yeah,
member of that species.
yeah.
But I like the idea that they're just all force sensitive.
Yeah, I would be okay with potentially seeing Grogu in this.
I'm fine with like it being just an Easter egg. Like you just see a
Yeah,
little like
like
Grogu walking around.
oh my god! Now that I just did that, somebody pointed this out on Twitter, and I could not stop laughing. If you rewatch the chase scene in Episode 2 with Leia and Obi-Wan, tell me when Leia is running, it does not look like she is waddling around like this. Whenever she's running, tell me it does not look like that. I know. My cat is going off. She's sad right now. One of her babies is gone because she's at the vet.
Yeah, so do you got anything else Visions. What I'm really
Vision.
excited about though is you still haven't watched season 1, have you?
No. Well, I don't have to because season 2's brand new stories.
Yeah, season 2 is not just going to be Japanese studios, but all over the
All
world.
over. I think didn't France get an announcement for one?
France, South Africa. I'm really excited for that. Ireland, England. I'm really excited to see different cultures' perspectives on Star Wars. Japanese
Yeah.
was so unique, and obviously, samurai culture massively inspired Star Wars. But I'm really excited to see how South Africa views Star. That's what I love about Visions. It's like you could be super expansive. You don't have to follow lore. It's just fun, neat stories that I really appreciate.
It's gonna be nice stories that I'm not gonna watch.
You're an awful human being. Sorry.
Sorry. I feel so bad. I was so excited for Visions and then never watched it. I watched the first episode.
Nope. Yeah. All right. Well, do you got anything else?
That's all.
Another launch show, man. Another launch show. I love it, though.
I know.
I love it.
It's crazy, though, because you think we only have 4 topics, but Kenobi, man, it's Kenobi, we think about like with what Moon Knight, our discussions were probably what 30, 40 minutes. With Kenobi, they're hour long.
Yeah, they're close to an hour. This one was about 50 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a testament though that I think it's just obvious you and I like Star Wars much more than Marvel.
Yes. Well, no, it's not even that. It's like the analogy.
It's like we can just talk infinitely more about it because we know.
It's the analogy I use all the time. Like Star Wars is like your first love. Like you will never stop talking about it, bro.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely.
Marvel is the chick you hook up with. Like it's quick.
Yeah, Marvel's the stuff that like, hey, yo, bro, when Star Wars is coming out, like, I gotta be honest, you're kind of back here in the afterthought world.
Right. Right.
But now when it's just you, you're up here in the forefront. But like when Star Wars
Correct.
is out, you're maybe in the back of the brain if I'm having a good day.
Correct.
Which
So
it's so weird, by the way. Being in both Marvel, Star Wars, DC, and all this stuff. It's so weird how our brains can just trigger into talking about something like that.
DC is way back there. It's like not
DC
even.
isn't even in my brain, bro. It's gone. Especially, bro. Have you seen the CW Gotham Knights trailer?
Isn't it horrible? I heard.
It's awful. I don't think I've ever cried so bad during a trailer because it was bad. I was baffled, to say the least.